What really happened to Amelia Earhart? For nearly a century, her disappearance has puzzled the world. Did she crash into the Pacific? Was she stranded on a remote island? Or was there something more? Now, in 2024, new evidence has emerged that could finally answer these questions. A groundbreaking discovery may reveal the fate of Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan. Let's uncover the full story, right from the beginning. Amelia Earhart was born on July 24, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas. She had a spirit of adventure from a young age. While most girls played with dolls, Amelia climbed trees, collected insects, and even built her own sled to race down hills. She was fearless, determined, and always ready to push the boundaries of what was possible. But her early years were not easy. Her family faced financial struggles, and her father battled alcoholism. Moving frequently, Amelia had to adapt to new places and people. Despite these challenges, she excelled in school, especially in science and sports. However, her true passion hadn't yet been discovered. That moment came in 1920 when she took her first airplane ride in California. The moment the plane lifted off the ground, she knew this was her destiny. She worked hard, took flying lessons, and saved every penny she could to buy her first plane. It was a bright yellow Kinner Airster, and she lovingly named it the Canary. By 1923, she earned her pilot's license, one of the few women in the world to do so. Her rise to fame was swift. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic, though only as a passenger. While the newspapers celebrated her as Lady Lindy, she was determined to prove herself as a real pilot, and she did. In 1932, she flew solo across the Atlantic, battling storms and mechanical failures, but landing safely in Ireland. This made her the first woman to complete the dangerous journey alone. The world was in awe. Her fame grew, but Amelia was never just about records. She wanted to inspire women to dream big, to break barriers, and to believe that anything was possible. She started a clothing line, became an advocate for female pilots, and worked hard to promote aviation. Then came her greatest challenge, flying around the world. It was 1937, and Amelia Earhart had already achieved more than most pilots ever would. But she had one last dream, to be the first woman to fly around the world. She carefully planned the journey with her navigator, Fred Noonan. Their aircraft? A sleek twin-engine Lockheed Electra, equipped with the best technology available at the time. On June 1st, they took off from Miami, Florida, heading east. Over the next few weeks, they covered thousands of miles, stopping in South America, Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. The journey was grueling, with harsh weather, mechanical issues, and exhausting days. But they pressed on. By June 29th, they arrived in Lae, New Guinea. They had already traveled 22,000 miles. Only 7,000 miles remained. The next stop, Howland Island, a tiny remote speck in the Pacific. On July 2nd, they took off for what would be their final flight. Flying over the vast Pacific Ocean, Amelia and Fred Noonan had to rely on their navigational skills. Their destination was Howland Island, a mere 2.6 square kilometers in size, almost impossible to spot from the air. To assist them, the U.S. Coast Guard ship Itasca was stationed near the island, prepared to guide them via radio signals. At first, everything seemed fine, but as they got closer, problems started. Communication became difficult. Amelia's radio messages sounded anxious. "We are running out of fuel," she said. Minutes later, her final transmission was heard. "We are running north and south," and then silence. The world waited. Search teams were sent out. Ships and planes scoured the ocean. But there was nothing. No wreckage, no survivors, no trace of Amelia Earhart or Fred Noonan. On July 19, 1937, after one of the largest search missions in history, the U.S. government called it off. Earhart and Noonan were officially declared lost at sea. But the mystery had only just begun. Since Amelia Earhart's disappearance, Numerous theories have emerged, each trying to explain her fate. The most widely accepted theory is that her plane simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific Ocean. According to this belief, Amelia and Fred Noonan perished at sea, and the wreckage of their aircraft has remained undiscovered beneath the ocean's depths. Another popular theory suggests that Earhart and Noonan landed on Nikumaroro Island, formerly Gardner Island. Some researchers believe they survived for days or even weeks, relying on whatever resources they could find. Over the years, bones, pieces of aluminum, and even a woman's shoe have been found on the island, fueling speculation that Earhart may have lived there before succumbing to starvation or dehydration. A more controversial theory claims that Earhart and Noonan were captured by the Japanese. Some suggest they were taken as prisoners and possibly executed, while others propose that the U.S. government knew but kept it secret due to rising tensions before World War II. Finally, some conspiracy theories suggest that Earhart survived and assumed a new identity. None of these theories could be proven, and for decades, Amelia Earhart's fate remained one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. But until now, nearly 87 years after Amelia Earhart vanished, a groundbreaking discovery may finally bring answers. In early 2024, researchers from Deep Sea Vision announced that they had detected what could be the remains of Earhart's Lockheed Electra using advanced sonar technology. The object was found near Nikumaroro Island, a location long suspected to be linked to her disappearance. Dubbed the Taraya object, this mysterious cylinder-shaped structure lies in a shallow lagoon, partially buried under layers of sediment. Experts believe it closely matches the size and shape of Amelia's missing aircraft. This discovery was set in motion years ago. In 2020, Michael Ashmore, a private citizen and an aviation enthusiast, noticed an unusual shape in satellite images of the island. He alerted experts, and after years of research, the Archaeological Legacy Institute, ALI, decided to investigate. Over the decades, similar objects had appeared in aerial photographs, but none were properly examined. But what they found shocked them. The object had been seen before, as early as 1938, just 1 year after Amelia's disappearance. Over the years, it had appeared in satellite images and aerial photographs, but no one had been able to get close enough to confirm what it was. Now, in 2024, technology has finally caught up. With advanced imaging and scanning techniques, researchers believe they may have located the missing plane. Now, what next? A team of experts is preparing to visit Nikumaroro Island to examine the site firsthand. If the object is confirmed as Amelia's aircraft, it would solve one of history's most famous mysteries. But even if it is the plane, the biggest question remains. What happened to Amelia and Fred Noonan? Did they survive for days or weeks on the island hoping for rescue? Did they leave behind clues that have yet to be found? The search for answers continues. Amelia Earhart's disappearance has fascinated generations, and now, with new evidence, we may finally be close to the truth. Whether or not this discovery proves to be her plane, her story will always inspire. What do you think really happened to Amelia? Let us know in the comments, and if you love uncovering mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.